Good morning.
Morning.
There's the Unabomber over there.
I am. Wait a minute. I should put my hoodie up. So,
Yeah.
But no.
Today is Sunday, August 1st.
Yay!
And Mary was very nice to bring me up to Myers so I could upload yesterday's video.
Yes, we did that.
So we got that. That took a while. But then while we were at Myers, of all places, guess what we saw? Let me put it right here. Okay, this is the horse that Mary was talking about yesterday. Still only cost a penny. Yeah, we saw Sandy.
We did. We couldn't believe it.
Yep, still a penny.
Yep.
Mary was going to ride it, but I said no, Mary.
I should have. Why didn't you? I would have hopped on it. You know damn well I would have.
I forgot that she was making a beeline rather to the lottery counter.
That's right.
And then she made me buy a lottery ticket.
I did not make you buy a lottery ticket.
She made me feel guilty that I wasn't.
Even though I did announce, oh my God, Sandy's buying a lottery. Look out, people.
I know. She told all the people in line. That means I'm going to win.
That would be awesome because I know she'd share with me.
Okay, people wanted to know from the tag yesterday. Once again, I don't know if this is going up on Sunday because we've already been into Myers. I don't know if we're planning on going into town tonight. I don't think so because I don't think anything's open. They roll up the sidewalks. Used to be just they rolled up the sidewalks at 6 o'clock. Now they roll up the sidewalks
Like really early now.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But anyway, Mary, people want to know why you were escorted out of Taco Bell by 2 police officers.
Oh, okay. That's a nice, interesting little story. So my husband and I decided to go into Taco Bell, and we like to eat inside because, of course, what? You like your food hot, right? Okay. So we got something, whatever, and then we got a Pinos and cheese. Now, everyone knows that
They love
Pinos and cheese, the cheese melts. It's not just sitting on top of your beans there, whatever. So I went up to the counter and I said, "Excuse me, but my beans and rice, whatever, my
Pinos and cheese
is cold. Either give me a brand new one, or can you please give me a brand new one, or just heat it up in a microwave, or whatever." And the lady had an attitude. She said, "That's the way we serve it." I said, "I'm sorry, I've eaten this a zillion times, and you don't serve cold Pinos and cheese. The cheese is at least starting to melt. This is like you just took it out of the refrigerator and whatever." And then she just had an attitude and everything. And then, of course, you know, I had to give an attitude back. But finally she
She's so
said,
much like me.
So then she said, "Well, you have to leave." And I said, "Well, I'm not done eating." She goes, "Well, this is our store. You have to leave." And I said, "I'm not leaving till I'm done." And she says, "Fine, we're going to call the police." I said, "Fine, by the time I get here, I'll be done. I don't give a rat's ass." So
Language.
Oh, I said rat's ass. That's not so bad.
That's true. I wear a shirt that says that.
Yeah. So anywho, I sat down. We proceeded to eat our food and everything, and they were all like going tizzy and having a tizzy in the back here, in the back of the store or whatever. Go, "We need the police department's phone number. Who has the police department's phone number?" And I said, "Oh, I have it. It's such and such." "We don't need it from you. We'll get it ourselves." I'm like, "Fine, whatever."
Don't look, Mary. Don't look.
I know, my 2 baby raccoons. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Anywho, moment of silence. Okay. Anywho, the 2 cops came in, and of course, one took me one way, another one took my husband, and they said, "What's going on?" And I said, "All I did was go up and ask them if they could either replace the Pinos and cheese or throw it in the microwave to get hot," and they refused to do that. And they said, "Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, this is a public establishment. If they ask you to leave, then you have to leave." And I said, "Well, I have no problem leaving now because I'm not done eating, so I was leaving anyway." So they both escorted us out to our car to make sure we got in the car, and then stayed right there until we drove away.
My mother raised us to be assertive.
So it just so happens that Taco Bell's headquarters was in the building where I worked, so I was not a happy camper. So I went down there the next day and told them about that, and they were just appalled that I was treated so poorly and everything. So they actually gave me a shitload of coupons. So
No, we don't say.
Oh, sorry. We gave a whole lot of.
I apologize for my sister.
Yes.
This is how I do talk in normal life, but not on my camera. So
I do apologize because, you know, she is older than me, and I did, you know.
respect your elders.
That's
Respect your elders.
So anywho, so they gave me a whole mess of coupons, so I think we ate there for free for like 10 or 20 times. I swear to God. So worked out in the long run.
We are very...
So wait a minute before I go.
Oh.
So I did tell this story to one of my attorneys that I work with, and
Mary's a legal secretary.
yes, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh my God, no wonder I'm so scared of you, Mary." I said, "Damn well you're going to be that way."
My family, we have very colorful language. My father used to say that his daughters could embarrass a sailor. But my father had never swore in front of us. Only one time I've ever heard him swear in front of us. One time I heard. And Jim never swears in front of me. And he gets mad when I do. When Danny was growing up, Jim's dad asked Danny, he says, "Have you ever heard your dad swear?" And then Danny thought a minute. And he says, "I don't know, maybe 10 times. And he says, "Really?" He says, "Oh." And he says, "What about your mother?" And he says, "Oh, her maybe 10,000 times." I said, "Shut up, Danny."
She has Tourette's. My mother would say, "Sandy, you don't have to use that kind of language."
Oh, my mother used to get mad.
Oh, she would. She would
Yes.
be upset and swear.
Yes.
But yeah.
We went camping one time at Camp Dearborn. And the people and we were in a tent, and there was partiers in the next tent. And we had all kinds of little kids. We had all of our little kids. And they made so much noise. And my mother would go, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Quiet time starts at 11 o'clock in the campground. So it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And so my mother went over there and she asked them if they could just turn their music down just a little bit. So they said, okay. So then they put the music down. My mother got back in the tent. Just as she got into her little sleeping bag, they started up the music again. So my mom went over there one more time. And so then she says, "Oh, we're sorry. We didn't think it was that loud." She says, "Well, we have little babies in there. We need them to be quiet." So they says, "Oh, okay, we'll be quiet." So then she came back, got in the sleeping bag, they kicked that music up again. I unzipped the tent, and I said a lot of words.
She did.
I said a lot of words. And my mother got mad at me, and I got so mad at my mother because she wouldn't let me assert myself because they were being so rude. So I finally set my clock for 5 o'clock, and at 5 o'clock I had like a radio. Back then you had radios,
Yeah.
transistor radios, and I set it as loud as it.
Yourself.
Yeah, I know. I would set it as loud as it would go, and I went over to their tent and I hit it on a really long extension cord, and I slipped it under their tent. And when I got back on my picnic table, I plugged it in so it was blasting into their tent, the music. And when they came out, I would reel in my extension cord, and they would look at me and they go, "What the hell? What are you doing?" And I go, "Nothing. That's not me." And so then they go back in the tent, and I'd wait till they were settled, and I snuck over there again, and I did that. I slid the radio under the tent. I did that about 3 times. They finally got up, and like at 8 o'clock, packed up their tent and moved. And so for the next week, we didn't have any problems.
It was nice.
The only problem we had was with my mother being mad at me.
Yeah, she did not like us to swear.
No, not at all. And I got escorted out of Rockport shoes because they wouldn't exchange my shoes that had a nail in it. And I would stand at the door and I wouldn't let anybody come into the store. And I was escorted out of the mall 3 times by security before they finally gave up on me and gave me another pair of shoes. Because they said their policy was no refunds, but I wasn't trying to refund a pair of shoes that I'd worn. I was trying to refund a pair of shoes that were defective.
And these Rockports were expensive
Expensive shoes.
Very nice shoes.
Very comfortable shoe. I think they still make them, but I'm not
I
really
think
sure.
they do, yeah.
But anyway, that's our stories, and we're sticking to it.
That's right.
Okay.
Bye.
Don't know when this is going up, but today is Sunday,
August 1st
and we're
at
coming
11
back.
at 12:30.
And we're coming back from my favorite store.
She loves Myers.
Ugh. Mary horned in over and says, "Let me put my perks in because you don't come to this store."
So
And then that was the thing, I could have got $2 off my order. I said, "Should I punch yes on this?" And she said, "No."
I got $2.
Okay, talk to you guys hopefully soon.
Bye.
Well, I always said when it's my vacation, I like to have at least one little day of rain. So we had a quick little storm come through, and it rained for about a half an hour, and it's nice out. Not nice enough to go swimming, but it's nice out. So I'm reading my next book, which is American Rust by Philip Meyer. This one is 365 pages, but look at, I'll show you how small it's very small print. So it probably should have been like a 500-page book. But it's about this young man that's 20 and his friend who's 21. And the friend that's older always is getting in trouble. And the 20-year-old wants to leave town, and so he tries to get his friend to go out of town with him. And then something happens and kind of diverts their plans. But it's very interesting. I just started it last night, and I'm on page 156. So I got 200 more pages to go. I'll probably finish this book today. We'll see. Well, I'll give you a glimpse of the room that is mine. It's like a prison cell. Anyway, this is my bed. Let me turn it around. Okay, that's where I sleep. That's Sophia's air mattress on the top bunk, but she sleeps on an air mattress in the living room. She doesn't want to sleep on the top bunk, so she's just sleeping on an air mattress. But this is my commode for the next week. There's my water, because I bring my own water. And there's my other water. Look at all this water I brought. I drink a lot of water. And then I have my tea. And then I have my dishes. That I'm going to use my own dishes.
Oh, sorry.
And then I have Alyssa here. She come to visit for the day.
Yes.
And then this is all my healthy food snacks. Actually, these cookies were really good. I was really surprised how good they are. I forget how many, oh, they're 4 points for 3.5 cookies. And then my tomato and my sugar-free syrup. My pretzel rods. Here. My Cheerios, my oatmeal. See, you have no privacy here. This is...
Oh, sorry.
Cindy came for the day too. And the Tostitas, my own little juice glass because it's exactly 8 ounces rather. And there's my salsa. Mary's already taken the other stuff I had. This is my 2 slices of bread that I was going to have a sandwich for my dinner tonight. These are my healthy snacks. They're turned the wrong way. Oh, see, there's my salsa. There's my salsa there. These are my snacks. Let me turn them around. I had to get a new brush because Sophia fell in love with my brush, so I just gave her mine. I don't want that to fall. Let's see how I have the, how many snacks, how many points it is on the side. Where's the other ones? I must not have put them in there. Oh, they must be on. But anyway, those are my snacks. My Cheerios, my oatmeal, my chips, nacho chips for my salsa, and my other things. And then I got my pretzel rods. Got my clock. More water. You can never have too much water. I feel like the little girl in Signs. Remember in Signs when she had all the water everywhere and then she was able to get rid of the aliens with it? And then my little light. My little night light. And let's take another little tour of the kitchen. Mary is making dinner for her and for Kathleen.
Yes, we're having coney tacos today.
Coney tacos.
Yummy, yummy.
And there's our little kitchen area.
Never went in the water.
And the kitchen here. It's Sophia and her friend Alyssa.
Do you spell your name the same as her?
And this is the porch. This is where Danny's going to be staying when he comes. We're going to have to rearrange a little bit. But this is where Danny's going to stay. He'll be here on Tuesday night with him and the two boys. And then this is Christy and Aaron's room. We're on vacation, so we don't worry about cleaning. Okay, lady, move. We're taking a tour. We're taking a tour. This is our living room, and I don't know if you've heard me on other videos when Jimmy was talking about when we stayed at a cottage. The other cottage was as big as this whole room. Let me show you how big the room is. And this was, let me come over from this angle too. This size of the room was the whole cottage. And we had the living room and the kitchen. The bedroom was like off to the side, but the living room and the kitchen, the living area was this big, and we all slept in here. And then this is Mary and Kathleen's room. Once again, we're on vacation. We're not worried about cleaning. And the bathroom. And then out here is our deck to sit outside. Over here. And then in the backyard, we have a fire pit. I don't know if you can see it. And there's our fire pit out there. Okay, and then I just found out, I was wondering why everybody was always on their devices and I wasn't able to. Everybody in the cottage here has AT&T for their internet service, except for me. I have Verizon. And Verizon is, can you hear me now? Okay, the phone works fine, but I don't have any internet service. But all of them have unlimited service. So I just found out that Sophia's iPad, I'm going to try to upload my Creator Studio into her iPad because she has internet. I have a YouTube channel. I should have the internet. So anyway, I am going to try to upload my video tonight on her iPad. If you see this video on Sunday night, that means that I was successful. But if you don't see it till Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, it means it had to wait till I went into town. So we don't know. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Oh, and that was another thing. I did watch everybody's videos today. I did watch Roy, and I watched Embarrassing Chaos, and I watched Weight Watchers with Carrie, and I watched Kim, a girl on her phone. I watched the other video from Jones Pointed Plate the other day. Watched Bee's Journey. I watched Suzanne Bright Life. But I couldn't comment because I was on Sophia's iPad and they have her parents have the comments shut off. So, doesn't this feel like I'm in a prison cell? Just waiting to see who's going to be in the cell with me. Nobody wants to do that. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and I hope to see you soon.